Hey Presby family, Pastor Andrew here. I hope that you're having a great day. I want to check in with you about Phase 3 of Back on Track Indiana. As you may be aware, Governor Eric Holcomb has announced that Phase 3 will begin effective tomorrow, Friday, May 22nd. That's even a couple days ahead of when he had initially projected. And so what Phase 3 means for us here at WEPC is that beginning next Tuesday, May 26th, our church office will be open during regular office hours, and the church building will be open for weekday events such as Bible studies, small group gatherings, prayer groups, and other miscellaneous meetings and things that would often happen here during the course of a typical day. And so we welcome this opportunity to take another step closer toward being physically together. And I'm excited to have the opportunity to see many of you as you will be coming to the church building for different reasons throughout the course of the next couple of weeks. But we want to embrace this freedom and this opportunity wisely and carefully. And so I want to take this opportunity to tell you what to expect when you come to the church building during office hours or weekday events during Phase 3 of Back on Track Indiana. There are basically three simple things that you'll do when you enter the building. When you get here, the first thing that we ask you to do is that you put on a mask. Now, masks come in many different shapes, sizes, and forms. Maybe your mask looks something like this. Maybe it looks a little bit more like this, or maybe you're using something that's disposable. And we're not getting particular about the guidelines because the CDC offers quite a bit of leeway here, but we do ask that you wear something. Now, of course, there are some exceptions to this. It's important to know about that. The first exception to the mask request is that people who are involved in leading a portion of a church service on Sunday, once we get to that reopening, will not be required to wear a mask, for example, when leading a prayer or when preaching. The second exception is that church employees, when they're working in their individual workspaces and no one else is around, are allowed to slip their mask down. So when I'm sending an email to you or answering your phone call, I probably won't be wearing a mask unless there's someone else in my office with me at the time. And then the third exception to the mask rule is for those individuals in accordance with CDC guidelines that are strongly cautioned not to wear a mask. And that includes children under the age of 2 years and those with certain medical conditions for whom it would actually pose a health risk to be wearing a mask. Apart from those three exceptions, we ask that everyone be wearing a mask when you enter the church building. The second thing that you'll do is when you enter the building to use hand sanitizer or immediately wash your hands with soap and hot water. We are in the process of deploying additional sanitizer stations throughout the building, so when you enter the doors, look for the nearest hand sanitizer location. And then the third thing that you'll do when you enter the building is have a temperature check. If you're coming to the office during regular hours, our receptionist will administer the temperature check to you. If you're coming for a different event, then your ministry leader will take care of doing that for you. And any individual with a temperature that's above that CDC established threshold will ask you not to enter the building and not to stick around. Now really, if you're running a temperature, you have a fever, or you're showing any kind of symptoms, you shouldn't be here anyway. So we hope that you'll save yourself the trouble and stay home and get the rest that you need to feel better. But these three simple steps are easy ways that we can all do our part to make sure that our gradual re-entry into the building is a safe one and a joyous one for everyone. Now, I know there are a lot of different opinions out there about whether it's helpful or even right to ask people to wear masks. And you may be wearing a mask regularly in your day-to-day life, or maybe you're not. But putting all of that aside, whatever you do on your own time, we do ask that when you come into the building, you follow these three simple steps. And these are things requested by your elders. Your elders, who have been your spiritual leaders and guides of our church family during this time. Your elders who are accountable to God for the way that they care for you and they try to protect you and help you flourish and thrive. Your elders whom you made a promise to submit to and obey when you became a member of WEPC. Your elders are asking you to do this. So please, will you do these three simple things? And will you help us, church family, do everything we can to keep everyone in our church family who comes into this space safe, healthy, and secure? Friends, in the days and weeks ahead, let us extend grace to one another. Let us show the love of Christ. Let us put our own interests in a secondary position and put the interests of others ahead of ourselves. And let us, in how we proceed during this season, display Jesus Christ as beautiful and bring joy to our city and to our world.